How has it been that a whole other year of Beauty Heroes has come and gone? Doing my annual Beauty Heroes Retrospective is something that I've come to really look forward to doing because I really believe in the value of longitudinal reflection on products. Whenever you see me or any other blogger reviewing a subscription box, it's generally either a first impression or something slightly more than a first impression, or I suppose if you have tried the product before and are very familiar with it, then it's a little bit more of a substantial review. I think you all are well aware that it can take anyone a substantial amount of time to really form an opinion on a product, and even then it's not a cut and dry thing. Also keeping in mind that every blogger and reviewer comes from their own biased perspective of their own skin type, speculate how these products could work for other skin types, also based on feedback that we hear. So that was a long, rambly preamble, but I really love doing this retrospective because it gives me a chance to reflect on the past year of Beauty Heroes boxes and figure out what my personal hero products have been, new discoveries that I have made, products that have surprised me, products that have disappointed me. I will link the past 2 annual retrospectives that I have done down below for you to go check out. Last year's ended with the September 2017 box. So this retrospective is covering October 2017 through October of 2018. However, what I'm going to do is, because at the end of every retrospective, it ends up being a box that I haven't been testing for that long. So for example, September 2017 was a box from Skin Owl. I included it in my last retrospective, but I'm going to start off the video by briefly covering this. So we'll kick off the review from September 2017 of last year, and then we're going to end with the October 2018 box, which I just reviewed and is the Lil Fox box. But I'll cover those again in next year's retrospective. Does that make sense? In this review, I'm only covering the monthly subscription box. Beauty Heroes often will do special edition, limited edition run boxes that are elective, and they're available to people that already subscribe to Beauty Heroes, but they're also available to non-Beauty Heroes members. I went back and counted up 9 different limited edition, special edition boxes. It's too much to cover in this video, so the best way I know how to handle that is to make a separate bonus video for Patreon where I cover the Beauty Heroes limited edition boxes. Those include Fit Glow Makeup Box, Lil Fox Men's Discovery, Sappho Complexion Collection, this is not in order also by the way, Inner Sense Travel Collection, the Vapor Box which had the deodorant and the primer, Vital Proteins, Anima Mundi, Kerry Gran Essential Balm, which was a holiday box, and the Axiology lipstick box. All the products that I talk about from the last year of Beauty Heroes boxes, I will have listed and linked below for your easy shopping pleasure. And I'm going to go through each month, show you the products. I have most of them. However, some of the products I have already divested away if they didn't work for me, but I'll make sure to mention every product that was included in a box this year. And then we're going to end the video with me telling you my hero products, what I have and will continue to repurchase. And I think that that's it. Why don't we just get started? The September 2017 box, which featured the Skin Owl Maqui Berry PM Beauty Drops and the Skin Owl Maqui Berry Beauty Whip. Both of these are empty. The second or third Skin Owl discovery that Beauty Heroes has done. I actually don't think my thoughts now differ much from my thoughts in the original review of these products. What I had said is that the Mangosteen Skin Owl Beauty Drops were really something special and I missed them. I didn't end up liking the Maqui Berry drops quite as much as the Mangosteen drops. I ended up using it up primarily as a body care product, though I would take a full pipette and drop it into an unscented body lotion and use it as a body moisturizer. Also because you get so much product, you get 2 fluid ounces or 60 mils. Lots of face oil bottles, I believe, are only 30 mils. So they're half this. I think all the Skin Owl Beauty Drops come in this size bottle. It makes them quite multi-purpose. Like you can use them as skincare, but you can also use them as body care. Now the Beauty Whip ended up being the hero product from me for the box and is indeed actually one of my hero products of the year. This is a product I've gone through, I think, another small one of these, and I love this product. I loved it when I was testing it. I love it today, especially as we're moving into fall and winter skincare. I think that it's so nourishing, and I think that this has come to be a very well-loved product by a lot of people. I've seen it work really well, or heard that it has worked really well for combating acne and breakouts. For me, it's just a really nice hydrating step. It's described as a balancing and buttery face mask. I don't use it as a mask. I find that a pump or two is really nice hydration. Makeup primer is probably my favorite way to use it, but I will use it at night if I want to break from a more oily or balm-like finish on the skin. That's why it's really nice to use as a makeup primer, because it doesn't have a lot of oily finish to it. Huge rave, seems to work for lots of different skin types. Very special product, probably my favorite product I've ever tried from this brand. Now we move into October 2017, so just about a year ago. I have both products still from this box. It was featuring the brand Line. They were co-heroes, the Activate Body Wash, the Purify Face Wash. I've gone through about a third of the body wash, and I would say about 40% of the face wash. I actually love this brand and these products, even though I haven't used them as much as you might think I would have used them for products that I like over the course of a year, and there are reasons why. The main reason, especially with respect to this, which initially I liked the body wash a little bit more than the face wash. I have been pregnant for most of 2018. That has affected a lot of my experience with Beauty Heroes products this year. And it affected me with this one because I have just found that being pregnant, I do not want any products that are detoxifying or generating a lot of movement in the body. And I actually feel like this product is like very potent and strong. It's excellent aromatherapy in the shower. I had used it like kind of in those latter months of 2017, early months of 2018. It has kind of like a balsam fir, eucalyptus, just amazing scent. I was so in love with this product, and then I got pregnant and like never wanted to go near it. So I'm holding on to it for after I have the baby and hopefully can use it this winter. The product has seemed to stay good, so preservation does not seem to be an issue. It took me a little while to figure out how I felt about the Purify Face Wash. Initially, I found it to be a little bit too intense for someone with dry or dehydrated skin, although when I started using this, my skin was pretty normal. This is a product that I can't use that often, but if I use it really selectively, like a flash mask and quick exfoliation, it brings a lot of life back to my skin for sure. I believe it has like salt and lemon, like sea salt and lemon, and it smells incredible. These products are sort of like, they're really unlike anything I had ever used. If there were such a thing, and I know this sounds like so pretentious, but like farm to bathroom skincare, like following on the farm to table movement, these products would embody that to me. I guess they're kind of like, to me, an amped up version of the brand Pharmacy. They feel like that's what that brand is trying to be on a mass market level, and this is more like the niche eco beauty level of that ethos. I would say if you're dry and dehydrated, you just want to be careful and not leave it on too long, or you are going to get quite a drying effect. At least I found that I did. But I love this. My huge gripe with these products is the packaging. The packaging is very bad. These tops get clogged very easily. Essentially makes it so that I have had to just take the top off and use the product like that. However, I have heard that they have changed the tops on these, so I guess that is no longer an issue. But I have not cared because I do think the products are really that good. So this box gets a huge rave from me a year later. Okay, November 2017, the month of another rave, but don't worry, I do not rave about everything. If you're new to my channel, I have plenty of critical things to say, but we're gonna go through a couple of months of raves before we get to some more critical things. Iuna was introduced to the Beauty Heroes community. There have actually been 2 Iuna boxes over the course of 2017, 2018. There was just a recent box, so we're gonna get to that as well. But the hero product in the November 2017 box was the Iuna Essence, and this is my same original jar. I haven't used it up. I savor this product. I have now tried every product from Iuna's line, except their new Spirulite Body Bar. and I'm going to be trying that soon, but I've tried everything. Of the entire range, the Essence is my personal hero product. So I think that Beauty Heroes did so well to feature this as their initial Iuna hero. The box also came with a much smaller jar. It was a travel size jar of the Cream 2. I have gone on to purchase a full size of Cream 2, which is what this is. I bought this during the little weekend edition promotion that I actually had the opportunity to do with Iuna, and was a great success and was such a great opportunity. So I clearly love the Cream 2. And then this box also came with a travel size of their bar soap, which I also used up and loved. I mean, in the words of Jay-Z, what more can I say? I fell in love with this brand from these products. However, it was not like an initial obsession the way sometimes I'll get with certain products. It was more of, I think, a slow build, because I actually think the learning curve on these products, it's there is a learning curve. Some products are more straightforward, and I just find that Iuna takes a little bit of finessing. The Essence in particular, it's a 3-in-1 gommage product, so it's really unique. I've never tried anything like it. I think you have to play around with the amount of product you disperse on the skin and your technique for rolling it off. So after a double cleanse, my skin is still sort of like plump, I guess, from the cleansing and steaming. I'll apply, I would just say, like a medium layer of this to my face. I leave it on longer than they recommend. I think they recommend 5 minutes for the Essence. I leave it on about 15. And then I roll it off with my fingers over the sink. The first couple times you do it, you will feel like you are doing it wrong and making like a huge mess, but it's really about creating like a rolling motion. And then I will either leave my skin as is with just this residual serum that it leaves behind, or I will do the Iuna Balm, which is a volcanic ash mask after, because this is an exfoliating product. I've seen such good at-home results with these products. Very, very similar to results that I would get from a professional quality facial at a fraction of the time. They are very expensive. The scent is not for everybody. I personally think that the Essence is a little bit more worth it than the creams, although I do really love the Cream 2, significantly more than the original cream. And that's just gonna, I think, depend on your skin type. You can really have a truly minimal skincare routine with these products. I feel like my skin was looking really good when I was using these religiously. I continue to really, really like them. Okay, December of 2018, I only have one product from the box, so it was sort of a 50-50 split for me. The product that I have and I love, it's actually been one of my favorite products of the whole year, is the Couscous Blue Body Wax. The Sidekick in the box was a full-size 30 ml bottle of the Couscous Sans Age face oil, I believe. This is how much of the body wax I've used. Honestly, this would probably be empty if I had not gotten pregnant. Again, it was like one of those things that for the first trimester, I just was able to use so little, and like well into the second trimester. December, January, February, I was using this so much. Couscous is a brand that for me has had a similar vibrational quality to it, which I know is a term that's getting thrown around so much in eco beauty, and I think I don't know, I think it can seem like fluff for a lot of people, like gem infusions and the vibrational quality of products. With particular formulators, I will say that I can feel a difference when I use their products, and it's subtle, but it's there. And with Couscous, I think because these products are formulated from an Ayurvedic perspective, when I incorporate like some body massage, some Abhyanga, one of the tenets that was proposed in including this in the box to teach people to do self-Abhyanga for lymphatic drainage and at-home self-care, muscle work. If I were to use a body care product that did not have so many powerful extracts in it, I would get the effects of the body work, but there's an additional layer with something like this. I will feel like an enhanced sense of well-being, static electricity in my body, a relaxation that extends well beyond what would normally with products that aren't formulated from such a powerful plant medicine perspective. After I tried this, I really felt like Christy, the formulator of Couscous, was doing some really special work. This one in particular, the blue body wax, which has Monoide Tahiti, Blue Tansy, and Blue Yarrow. This is actually one of the only products with Blue Tansy that I still really like. Blue Tansy used to be one of my favorite ingredients, and then something turned me off from it. I'm not really sure what, but I really love this. And this holds a place in my like body care hall of fame. I have had the opportunity to try a lot of the other scents that Couscous does, and blue continues to be my favorite in the body care formulation. The face oil, I think I gave away to someone on Patreon. I used it enough to test for the video review that I did. I could never get into the scent. It smelled like dried pasta to me from what I remember, and my skin didn't immediately seem to take to it or love it. There was certainly nothing wrong with it, but I will tell you, I heard a lot of really positive feedback about that face oil across skin types, and I think particularly on the oily combination acneic side. I think it was a very calming formulation, very soothing. I heard a lot of really great things. It just wasn't a hit for me personally. Beauty Heroes entered the new year, January of 2018, featuring a brand that they have worked with before, Maqui. Now in 2017, I know that they featured the Super Couple, I think, and a different balm. So in this box, they featured the Maqui Eye Achiever Multi-Correctional Eye Serum and the Maqui Super Blend Pressed Serum Moisture Concentrate. So you can see I still have both products. They're not empty though. I would say I probably used 2/3 of the Eye Achiever. Of the Super Blend, there's probably half the product in there. I just really am like the cheese that stands alone or the black sheep with respect to Maqui, because it's a brand that I have wanted to love and have work for me. And it's so weird, you guys. It's not even that the products don't work for me. I don't have a reaction to them. They're fine, I can use them, but something doesn't jive, and I'm not sure what it is. When I try and keep them around, I just find that I don't really want to reach for them. I really tried to give this like a fair test to see that if it would have any visible difference around my eyes. I did not find that it did, personally. You know, I do love a roller ball. I thought that it was nice for AM and PM use, so it was versatile like that. It was not like too heavy. The scent was fine, in no way a detractor. The Super Blend I did like for a little while. It has a very sort of like plush, cushiony type of consistency. But again, I found that I didn't like it for my face. So what I ended up doing was using it as like a hand balm. I did hear good things that for dry skin types, this was very, very helpful in the winter months. February 2018, very interesting box. I've been excited to talk about this one. There were two products, the Fit Glow Cloud Comfort Cream, Redness Rescue Cream. This one is pretty much empty. The little thing is all the way up here. The Cloud Comfort Cream looks like I used about half, so there is still some in here. I fell so hard for this brand. The Cloud Comfort Cream has that cloudberry scent that immediately I loved from my long-standing love of the Red Flower Arctic Berry Cloud Milk Cream. That is like a total like desert island body care product for me. It is just one of the most blissful body care products ever, worth every penny in my opinion. I had like not a lot of expectations for Fit Glow. I was never like super attracted to their packaging, although I do think that the airtight pumps are nice, and I see more brands like kind of trying to go in that direction, because I think shelf life of eco beauty products has been an issue in the past with preservatives and such. Beauty Heroes also released that limited edition makeup box around the same time that they released the monthly subscription box. So I had folded my review of the makeup box into the review of these. Gave these a very, very glowing review. So what ended up happening is I loved them for a period of time, I would say like 4 or 5 months. And then what I ended up noticing is that the efficacy or the good results that I felt like I was getting from both of them sort of petered off. And that's not a very common experience that I have with beauty products. If I get good results from something, I tend to kind of have consistent results. Now, keep in mind that getting pregnant could have had something to do with stopping to use these products. And I don't think I've said yet, the main thing that happened in addition to scent aversion when I got pregnant is that my skin got drier and more sensitive. So you would actually think that these products would continue to work through that. And for whatever reason, they didn't. The efficacy waned over time, and I haven't felt compelled to necessarily return to them. I also did not have great success with some other Fit Glow skincare products that I tried. I guess what I would say about Fit Glow is my love affair with them kind of like crashed and burned. It was not a long-standing love. I do think that these are really nice products, but would I repurchase them? Probably not. Okay, March 2018. Now this is a box that was heavily influenced by first trimester hormone changes. This is essentially full. It's the Siamse's Yen Heal and Hydrate Toner. And the Sidekick was the Yen Morning Delight Cleanser. This was just really bad timing for me to get highly fragrant, botanical, complex products during a first trimester of pregnancy. It just was a total miss for me. I was able to try them enough to do a review on them. And I think even in the review that I did, I was really waffling on these. This is definitely more like an essence than a toner. It kind of replaces a toner and a serum step. And I found that it was so strongly scented, not necessarily in a bad way, but it couldn't play well with a lot of my other skincare. I would have to use something like basically unscented with this and have this be like the real star of whatever AM or PM skincare routine I was doing. I don't think I really used it long enough to be able to tell if it made like a discernible difference to my skin. The Morning Delight Cleanser, I kind of used this up. It smelled like Chinese herbs to me that my acupuncturist used to prescribe. And I also found it to be a very effective cleanser, but perhaps even a little bit too much for someone with dry or dehydrated skin. Again, I actually think better for normal or combo acneic oily skin types. That was just my impression. It was cool though. It was sort of like an oil that had like an herbal suspension in it. That's what it looked like when you would pump this out. So like I really like the concept. I really appreciate the diversity, the geographic diversity, traditional herbal medicine perspective that's coming into these from Southeast Asia. I think it's really unique and really beautifully done. It just wasn't a match for me, not a brand that I have felt compelled to pursue beyond these products, unfortunately. Okay, now it's like I'm getting self-conscious that I'm going on on a run of products that did not work. So it's almost like I feel like this retrospective is like starting out with things I'm obsessed with. We're going through like a long slew of things that didn't really work for me, and then we're gonna end with things being more positive. The April 2018 box featured products from Demamiel. So I will say that March and April were like, and most of May were like some of the worst months in my pregnancy. I was just extremely ill. I probably have 70% of this bottle left, and I pretty much did end up using up the Exhale Daily Hydrating Nectar. So the hero product is the Intense Nurture Antioxidant Elixir. This is a water-based serum. You know, truth be told, it was just far too active for my skin. I think even more than the Siamse's. The scent of these products I really could not deal with. They remind me of a version, they're very different than Tata Harper products, but in terms of the complexity of the blend, I think just in my own evolution of skincare preferences, I have really shied away from really complex blends like this. The Exhale Daily Hydrating Nectar is actually an SPF product, although I don't know if this has changed. At the time that this came in the box, it could not be labeled or marketed as an SPF product in the United States because it had not undergone the FDA testing that's required for that here. There actually is still a little bit of this in here. I took this to Hawaii and Florida and like some trips that I was going on in the springtime. I think a lot of people ended up liking this because it had a very matte dry down, which is a little hard to come by in eco sunscreen world, physical sunscreen world. A lot of them tend to be very emollient. It's tinted, as you could just see. I did use it as a travel sunscreen. Did I like it enough to ever want to spend $125 on a bottle of it myself? No. The scent was not that bad, or I could tolerate it, I guess I would say. I'm not sure that I found that it was actually that effective as a sunscreen. I do have a distinct memory of getting a slight sunburn on my forehead on a day that I had used this. And I generally try and just like stay out of the sun, but for whatever reason, my forehead had gotten like a little bit of excessive sun that day, and I did get a slight burn. So that could have been user error that I hadn't applied enough. But you know, unfortunately, this box was just a bit of a miss for me as well. You know, De Mamiel is one of the only other brands besides Stark that I know is sort of exclusively branding and marketing their products as like being pollution protection or pollution proof, giving your skin a lot of antioxidants to protect against environmental stressors. So I actually think that it's a very beautiful brand. It's based in the UK. Beauty Heroes has just come out with their new sleep range. So they're big on aromatherapy, and the formulator is an acupuncturist actually. And so I was sort of surprised that I didn't necessarily get on with these. However, I did go on to purchase myself the De Mamiel Altitude Oil. I was hoping that it would help with morning sickness and just nausea and general blah that I was feeling. I ended up taking it traveling with me, and I did get some relief. Okay, I think I need to speed it up. May of 2018 is the only time, I think, in the history of L'Amour et la Musique that I was not able to get my monthly review up. So there actually is no standalone review for the May box, which featured the Osha Undaria body polish, as well as the Osha Ocean Cleanser. So the cleanser I have since passed on. I believe that went to someone on Patreon in a bundle. And the Undaria body polish I was using, it looks a little discolored. It's been in my shower. Yeah, I think it still smells okay. The last time I tried to use this, I kind of had a bad reaction to it. It broke out the skin on my arms, which I never really have an issue with, but please just chalk it up to sensitive pregnancy skin. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, I want you to be aware that this was not a typical year of product usage for me. However, I have gone through a jar of this in the past. I had been familiar with this product. They had reached out to me very early in my blogging days, like within the first year and a half. Osha wanted to send me some PR products, and I remember I picked this, I think. I was not in love with it when I had tried the PR sample from several years ago. I decided to obviously give it another go as it came in the Beauty Heroes box. Again, I was sort of met with some underwhelming feelings. Now, for scrubs that, for me, that don't feel particularly useful in the shower on wet skin, a good tip is to use them on mostly dry skin, and you will get more of a buffing effect if that's what you're after. So what I did was I just kept this in the shower and would use it as an in-shower, more gentle exfoliation on wet skin before shaving or on the bikini line. And the last time I used it on my arms, unfortunately, I got like some red raised bumps that took a couple of days to go away. So I'm retiring this from my shower for now. I'm actually very interested in Osha's bath products though. I think they have some bath salts and like bath muds that I'm very into, wanting to try. The Ocean Cleanser dried my skin out horribly. So that was just after, I think I tried it like maybe 3 or 4 times, and it was just very clearly not a match for my skin type. I had heard other people say the same thing. It actually stung my skin, and I reacted poorly to something in it. So I passed that one along very quickly. Let's move along to the June 2018 box, which we're going to start getting into products that I like again, or that worked for me, I guess I should say. The June 2018 box featured, I don't know if they were co-heroes or if the Malu SPF 30 was the hero. This also came with the Moana mask, which I have passed on. It was another product that I tried it 3 or 4 times and I kind of had a bad reaction every time. It burned my skin a little bit. And again, I'm never someone that used to have overt reactions to products, but this year I have. However, I do really like this SPF. This box also came with that really beautiful glass straw that I use all the time. I used it all summer to drink iced chais. Thought that that was such a beautiful inclusion. And I really appreciate sort of all of the environmental conservation awareness that this brand does. And I had really liked the box that they did with Honua in 2017. They had featured the serum and the oil. And I liked the Aloha Youth Serum and I think it was the Olina face oil. I like both of those products a lot. So I had a lot of success with Malu. I actually used this most of June and July. Be aware that it is a heavier, more moisturizing formula. It has a very strong jasmine scent. But if you are dry and dehydrated, I actually think that this is such a rehabilitative SPF, and that's rare to find. I think it's rare to find an SPF that is actually nurturing to the skin as opposed to just being protective. I actually started using this when I was like transitioning from Boston to Chicago, so my skin was getting used to like new water supply, new climate, new environment, and this was excellent to have around. I found that it was really fortifying. I found that it was incredibly hydrating. As long as I had the time to put it on well before I wanted to do my makeup, gave it time to sink in, I had really, really good success with it. I didn't get a white cast from it. I never broke out or had any sort of congestion issues from using it. I really enjoyed it a lot. July 2018 featured products I had been wanting to try for a long time. It was a trio of True Botanicals products: nourishing shampoo, nourishing conditioner, nourishing body wash. I gave these a pretty positive review in my standalone review, and my opinion has pretty much stayed the same. 4 months later, I'm still really liking them. I pretty much have been alternating washing my hair with the True Botanicals shampoo and the Evolve H Ultra Shine shampoo. I actually find this to be relatively clarifying. I have heard some people say that this dries their hair out a little bit. Ironically, I get a little bit more of a drying effect from the conditioner, which you wouldn't think would be drying. But I find that when I wash my hair with these, I have more natural texture. I do find that my hair gets clean using them. I know that that's kind of always an issue with eco hair care products. Like, is your hair actually getting clean? And this is definitely one of the better eco formula shampoos I've tried that does that. For example, the Josh Rosebrook hair products don't clean my hair at all. So I think if you have medium to longer hair and you're struggling to find something that works, I think these have been well raved about for a reason. That said, I have heard also some feedback from people on and off that these can work for a period of time, then not work, so they won't clean your hair as effectively. Hair care, eco hair care, it's a very complicated moving target. And in general, I always get the best results when I rotate products. Whether there's something to that or not, in all of my years of washing my hair, I feel like there is something to product rotation. So I would be wary of, maybe not overusing this, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy the shampoo slightly more than the conditioner. So I've been using the conditioner as a shaving medium, but also I've just been needing something a little heavier duty than this. I've been using the Inner Sense Hydrating Hair Mask and the Evolve Age Conditioner a little more than this. Sometimes I'll layer conditioners, and it does make a very, very nice shaving medium if you're looking for another way to use it. The wash is actually almost gone. Probably have like maybe that much left. I love the way all three products smell, but in particular, I love the way the body wash smells the most. It's really fresh. It's super beautiful. It does not provide a high suds or lather, but that's okay. I think this is also a really nice hand wash if you didn't get on with it as a body wash. Shampoo, body wash, conditioner in that order. Really would repurchase. Okay, now we get to August of 2018, which was a repeat of Ayuna. This is an empty product. This is not an empty product. The hero product was the original cream, and the Sidekick was a deluxe. It says like even more than a deluxe sample, but this is not the full size. A 3.4 fluid ounce bottle of the Restorative Prebiotic Care Body Cream. So this was like a new launch to the line. I believe they actually launched the product in the Beauty Heroes boxes. My review from just a couple of months ago, I think my opinion has changed slightly. My first impression of this was like very positive. I really liked it. I did use the whole bottle up, but after getting to the end of it, it's a little hard for me to imagine that I would spend, I think the full size is $125 for the body cream. It's a little hard for me to imagine that I would spend that for a full size of their body cream. It didn't hit the mark for me as far as like a Hall of Fame body care product, but I really enjoyed getting to use it and obviously liked it enough to use the whole thing up. Pretty much used this on like upper body, décolleté. Actually, now that I think about it, I do think that this had a really nice sort of smoothing effect to my skin. I felt like the skin on my arms while I was using this was like looking more refined, less splotchy. Like I have sensitive reactive skin, you know, some keratosis pilaris, and now that I'm sort of reflecting back, I actually do feel like the quality of my skin improved with this. Now the cream one, or they're just calling it cream, original cream, I think. Cream and cream 2. Having tried both, I definitely prefer cream 2. I am normal skin type typically. Pregnancy has made my skin more dry, dehydrated, and sensitive, but I'm generally normal. I just don't really find this hydrating enough for me. It's very light, so I think if you are oily, that would be really, I think, the only people I would necessarily recommend this one to over the cream 2. Cream 2 just feels like more plush, more nourishing. This is just kind of much more lightweight. And to me, it's kind of the one product in the line that they could kind of like do without, to be honest. So yeah, beautiful brand, but I think I have exhausted how I feel about them and like kind of all my thoughts there. Okay guys, 2 more boxes. I'm like reaching my threshold. I've been recording for forever. September 2018 featured a box from a brand that we know Beauty Heroes loves. We know people in eco beauty love very universally, Josh Rosebrook. Hero product was the active enzyme exfoliator. Sidekick was the advanced hydration mask. Did like a full demo, actually, skincare demo of these. So you could go, and it was like a first impression. I had never tried either of these products in spite of, in particular, the active enzyme exfoliator is probably like one of the top products from his range that people talk about. Everyone like uses and loves this product. My opinion from my review that I've already done hasn't really changed. The active enzyme exfoliator is something that is not even a weekly treatment for me. It's a little bit intense, and that could just be because my skin is sensitive right now. I also would say the scent is not my personal favorite. It's just very herbally and astringent, bitter herbs. The results are very nice though. If I do this monthly, that's a good amount of time for me. So you just have to pay attention to your skin, see how your skin responds to it. I feel like there are people that do this twice a week and they're obsessed with it. Monthly, I'm good. The advanced hydration mask I do like as well. The blue tansy in it, I don't love as much as I love the blue tansy in the Couscous Blue Body Wax. This again is a product that you need to do a little bit of trial and error with. I had the most success removing it with a wipe, a face wipe. Forget trying to take, you can't take it off with water. I don't even think you can take it off with a cloth. They recommend removing it with a face wipe. When I did like that whole routine demo of, you know, prepping the skin, cleansing the skin, doing the active enzyme exfoliator, following it up with the advanced hydration mask, I had very good skin for like the following 4 to 5 days. I would say my skin was like noticeably brighter, more even and plumped. You know, are they products that I'm completely bananas for and could never see myself without? I think that that's still a little bit to be determined, but I think that they are insanely effective. The packaging is really beautiful. I think they deliver results. I think most skin types could probably use these effectively and tailored to your own individual needs. All right, guys, last box. Let's power through, and it's gonna be easy because I don't have too much else to say about the October 2018 box. Last one's Beauty Heroes box. Hero product was the Lil Fox Prickly Pear Illuminating Tourmaline Infused Beauty Nectar. Sidekick is or was the Kalahari Peridot Infused Brightening Eye Serum. So I said in that review, and my opinion stands, the hero product for me is the Kalahari. And actually, this is like one of my favorite products of this whole video. We'll see if that stands. You're just gonna have to wait until next year to see if like stand by that statement a year later. But as it stands right now, this for me just totally like blows the Maya Chia Eye Achiever out of the water. It's the texture of it. It's how my skin absorbs it. It's the scent. It's the results that I've seen with it. My only gripe is that I could just have a defective rollerball, but I have a hard time getting product out. In fact, I thought that I was already had already used all of it up because nothing was coming out. But I have to kind of constantly work the rollerball into my finger to get product deposited. Otherwise the little rollerball gets stuck. It's very rare for me to find an eye product that I think is making a visible difference. Most of them I just kind of use because psychologically I like the idea of using an eye specific product, but I feel like when I'm using this AM and PM, I have less darkness. My eye area just looks better. It's really been a surprising product for me. So this is something that I would consider buying a full size of on my own for sure. The actual hero product, the prickly pear seed oil, not as much of a hit for me. It's a beautiful silky texture. The ingredients are so high quality, but similar to the Couscous Sans Age Face Oil, not an immediate love. Real hit for me, less of a hit for me, but I can appreciate, that it's a very beautiful product. Okay, let me take a breath and I'm going to pull my heroes of the last year. So I actually have 2 tiers of like favorites because I kind of want to give some organizing structure. My very favorite discoveries from this last year of receiving Beauty Heroes products. Skin Beauty Whip. I never want to not have this. It is a total skin savior for me, for pretty much every skin type I've ever heard of. I forgot to mention the only downside I've heard people really talk about with this is the alcohol scent that they can smell. I can smell it too, but it doesn't bother me like in the slightest because the effects on my skin are so good. Skin Beauty Whip A+. Ayuna Essence. Cannot imagine my life without this product. Absolutely ultra luxe, very expensive, but it does so much in one product. It's so unique. It's a chemical exfoliator, physical exfoliator, and leave-on serum all in one. To me, this is the true must-have product from this very expensive, gorgeous range. I really love these Linné products. I wish the packaging were different. I'm surprised I like these as much as I do. I think the formulations are really something special. They jive with me. They just feel so fresh. Even a year later, I'm getting great results, so the potency really stays. Couscous Blue Body Wax. The way that this product, I feel, sort of impacted me physically, emotionally, it really kind of like stole my heart. I think it's a special one. Lil Fox Kalahari. Total winner. And I know it's a little premature to say that as it's one of the most recent sidekicks. I would buy a full size in a heartbeat. Again, results. I think the theme with everything that I am loving with all of my particular heroes is that these are the products that have delivered the results for me. I would say kind of like my runners up for favorites are the Ayuna Cream 2 and the Ayuna Body Care. Again, results based. The Josh Rosebrook Active Enzyme Exfoliator, very results focused, although I don't enjoy using this as much as I wish that I did. This is more like taking your medicine to like get a good result. The Honua Malu, I really enjoyed getting to test. It felt so good about using. I love the company and I love seeing the partnerships between Honua and Beauty Heroes. The True Botanicals shampoo and wash, those have been great products that I would totally repurchase. So of my heroes and my runner-up heroes, those are all the products from the last year that I would invest in personally and like to continue having around. Huge thank you to Beauty Heroes for, literally being the most amazing beauty company that I've ever had the pleasure of interacting with. And at this point, I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I've interacted with a lot of brands, a lot of bloggers, a lot of companies, and Beauty Heroes continues to be a cut above the rest. From a consumer aspect, from a blogger partnership aspect, from an ethics and integrity aspect, their customer service is you know, bar none, some of the best I have ever experienced. And I'm so fortunate to, you know, be able to work with them and share all of these products with you. I look forward to doing my Beauty Heroes review every month. In fact, I'm completely in love with the November box. It's just been another great year. So thank you to Beauty Heroes. Thank you so much to all of you who come here every month and watch, chat, and contribute and share your thoughts on the boxes. It really helps me to get a better feel for how the products work across an array of skin types, so that I can kind of keep that in mind as I'm discussing products with other people. I hope you found this review useful. I would love to continue discussing anything you would like in the comments below. If you would like further elaboration, or I have a playlist of all of my past Beauty Heroes reviews, which I'll make sure to link for you. This video has been a marathon, and I commend you if you have made it all the way to the end. I am exhausted. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here, listening to me talk about all these products. Take care, and I will see you very soon.